18th, 2026 has been a date on the calendar circled by a lot of film fans because as things stand, there are two big movies scheduled to come out on that same day. One of them is Dune 3. The other is Avengers Doomsday. Both set to come out on the same day. Some people look at that and say, it's our next Barbenheimer. The difference is, whereas Barbenheimer, it had two polar opposite types of films that were going after completely different audiences that both propelled and buoyed each other at the box office that weekend. The problem with this is that you got a lot of cross-pollination of the people who want to be going to see Dune 3 and want to go see Avengers Doomsday. There's a lot of shared audience there. Not 100% shared audience, but a lot of shared audience. Therefore, a lot of us have been speculating for a while that one of them's going to move, and it's probably going to be Dune 3. And when and if it does move, I don't think it's going to move deeper like into 2027 because I think they want that Oscar season release, which is something they kind of screwed themselves out of with the delay of Dune 2 that came out. Well, as of today, like according to superhero hype here, there are stories going around, the whispers, nothing official, want to make that clear, but the whispers are starting to go around that Dune 3 is indeed going to get moved. Now, again, let me re-emphasize this. This is nothing official. Nobody's gone on record at the studios, at the production company, none of the cast, not Denis Villeneuve himself, have come out and confirmed this. But the whispers are now starting to go around that the decision has been made over there at the studio to move Dune 3 and to move it up. So earlier than December 18th. All right. This information, again, could be completely accurate. We've been suspecting this for a while that this would happen. So this would track with what we think the logical thing to do is. But again, let's emphasize, this is not official, but it is the word that's going around. Okay, so let's take it as gospel just for the sake of discussion, okay? This is the right move. This is the right move. Look, as much as I think Dune 2 is the single best movie made in the last 10 years. Not everybody agrees with me on that. That's fine. But just so you know, that's how I feel. I think it's the single best movie made in the last 10 years. Let's be honest. It ain't going to be anywhere near as big as Avengers Doomsday. Nor is the hype for it going to be anywhere near the hype for Avengers Doomsday. The problem that Dune 3 faces in releasing on December, what did I say it was, 18th? 2026. What's that?
16th. I saw. I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, maybe. No, it's the 18th.
Okay.
December 18th, 2026. The problem they face is not just that same day Avengers Doomsday is coming out. The problem they also face is the attention black hole that the hype and the PR machine about Avengers Doomsday is going to be. It's going to dominate most of the conversation, even before the movie comes out. I've been saying for a while, Rob, I think the absolute right move for these guys is to maybe even keep it in December, but put it out in that first week of December, maybe end of November, December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, somewhere around that. Separate it from Doom. You don't have to separate it from Doomsday by much. 2 weeks. Separate by 2 weeks. I honestly think that's all they need. So again, if these stories and reports going around end up being valid, I think it's absolutely the right move. And I think it's the right move to move it up and keep it in that Oscar year, keep it in the award season, rather than what the writers and actors strike forced them to do with the last Dune movie, which was to push it into the early part of the following year. I think it's the right move to move it, and I think it's the right move to move it up instead of back. And ultimately, even though this report isn't confirmed yet, I've been saying this for a long time. This is what I think is going to happen. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. Hey guys, we are right now in the middle of the holiday season, and this is always the time of year when traditions take center stage. For me, one of the small traditions I've had for myself since I was a teenager is taking at least one night during the Christmas season to just spend completely by myself, to just reflect on the year that was and how I want to improve myself in the year that's coming. The holidays can be joyful, but they can also be stressful, overwhelming, even lonely. So if you're thinking about starting therapy or getting back into it, BetterHelp is a great way to begin. BetterHelp has fully licensed therapists who work under a strict code of conduct, and they do the matching work for you. The way it works is you fill out a short questionnaire. They use over 12 years of experience to match you with someone who fits your goals. And if it's not the right fit, you can switch anytime from their tailored recommendations. With over 30,000 therapists and more than 5 million people served, the platform's average live session rating is 4.9 out of 5 from more than 1.7 million reviews. So this December, start a brand new tradition by taking care of you. Our listeners get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's betterhelp.com/Campea. Rob, we've been talking about this for a while now.
Yeah.
I guess a couple of questions. Number one, do you think these rumors and these reports will end up being true? Number two, assuming that they are for the moment, do you think it's the right move? Would you do something differently? How do you see it?
Well, first of all, I was really excited for Doomsday. I really was. I was really pulling for that.
I'd be there for both.
I was hoping that the studios would team up and do some badass ad campaign and we get some great combination movie posters and artwork. That said, I knew that was never going to happen. Not really, because nothing that cool ever would happen, because no one wants to make the world that cool. So it was obvious. I actually thought that Doomsday would be the movie that would move up, to be honest. But it makes sense that it's Dune. But yeah, I mean, Dune opening over Thanksgiving, we've talked about on this show that if they did move one of these things up, that they would move it up and not into 2027.
Yeah.
And both of these movies have been in production for quite some time. So it's not like they're having delays. The Avengers date is a push. They pushed it 6 months. So it was originally going to come out, in the summer.
Yeah, Dune was originally going to have that spot to itself. Disney decided we're going to push it.
Yeah. And the thing is, with Dune, the thing about Dune, I would imagine, being that it's the third movie, they've probably got that production methodology, especially their post-production methodology, down in terms of visual effects and in terms of the unbelievable. I mean, the Dune movies have the single greatest sound mixes, I think, ever done in the history of cinema. I used to think it was Blade Runner 2049, but that's also Denis Villeneuve.
Right,
but no, the sound of I wish I want to sit there. I wish I could figure out a way I could be allowed in to just sit in on the sound mixing set. Yeah, on the mix.
Yeah.
Just to see how they do it. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand how good you play that in an Atmos system. It sounds like they're in your room playing those percussion instruments. It's unbelievable. But it makes sense since they've already got that down and they're already probably working with most of the same people, that their flow, they even though they finished production after after Doomsday, that Dune would come out first simply because they could probably get it done and not have an issue.
Right.
And so that it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense to me. Plus, look at it this way. It's still almost a year away. So I don't think that they're going to be stressed out about getting something finished.
They got tons of time.
Yeah.
Hell, they could honestly, I don't think it would be any issue for them if they really wanted to move it. They could move it into October. And I don't think they would have any issue having this movie because they've wrapped. I mean, Timothée Chalamet confirmed a while ago that they've wrapped shooting. Maybe they do some pickup shots at some point, but I don't think they'd have any problem being ready.
The thing is, you get that Thanksgiving week. Like, you open it in the week. I mean, if you want to open it, but you get like what happened with Wicked or what happened with Zootopia 2. You want to have that Thanksgiving holiday and play it out.
Jonathan, can you look this up? What's scheduled right now to open in the Thanksgiving weekend of 2026? Because I don't know off the top of my head what's supposed to come out then. Anyway, sorry, Rob, I interrupted.
No, I just that's it. I just think that would be the way to go. I mean, that Thanksgiving holiday, I'm sure that's already it's probably already stacked in terms of what's coming out. But I would imagine that would be a place.
Not really. It's
there you go.
So we got the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping is November 20th.
I don't think that's going to be that big.
But then other than that, Fokker-in-Law, Hexed, which is animated, and then Violent Night 2, which was David Harbour.
They're
that's
putting
a small
out
film.
Fokker-in-Law
November
over the
20th
holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Well, because Meet the Fockers,
Probably Home for the Holidays.
It's a family movie.
I still don't think anybody's going to go see that movie. I hope I'm wrong about that. I really. And by the way, listen, I have very little doubt. That Warner Brothers and Disney have discussed this. Of course. Listen, Disney doesn't want Dune 3 opening on the same day as their Avengers Doomsday either. So I wouldn't be shocked at all to find out that, hey, tell you what, next time we got a scheduling conflict, we'll give you the nod. Or hey, we both are looking at a release date in 2028. We'll move off it, and you can have that one, and you give us this one. I wouldn't doubt if there was some kind of arrangement like that.
Are you sure? Because the ABC problems they had with the administration, that Disney didn't write a letter to Warner Brothers and said, "Look, we're going to have the White House call, if you don't move Dune."
I think so.
Is that gonna happen?
Probably don't think so.
You never know, because that's clearly the way to do business these days.
Yeah, but I don't think Warner Brothers or Disney are doing that at this point yet. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, we've been speculating for a long time that we thought Dune would move, and we thought it would move up. Now there are actually some whispers and stories and rumors going around that that's exactly what's happening. I'm sure we'll find out in the probably coming couple of weeks. But what do you think should happen here? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.